Hello! Okay, new video. It is, I'm sure if you've seen the 5.8.0. Actually, I'll bring it up here. Yeah, burst mode. Right. So this is a bit of a weird thing. This happens once a month. It's like chain battle and ultimate clash. It just resets. But this one's a bit more of a niche, right? Because the only thing you get from this is music collection. Really, what it's saying is every single music that there is in the game, where you got the OG ones from Quest Mode and the original Dokkan events to the Dokkan events that have their own unique ones, right? Like Super Saiyan Goku, Tech Gogeta, Vegeta, all that kind of stuff, right? And then you've got ones for what is it? Ultimate Chain Battle. Chain Battle's got that very techno kind of style on that, right? So it's kind of niche. You don't really win anything from it. It's just a thing to do. We have a look at some of the missions. It's been on JP now for no more than a month, and so it's coming out here. There's also some bug fixes. I'm not entirely sure which bug fixes there is, but yeah, no. So it looks like it's purely just relating to German and Spanish fixes there that they did. So the main thing that's happening now is this. So burst mode itself. Right, okay. So the idea is you have to hit a score of 3,000, and you get that by adding up all these numbers on the right hand side. So if you get a total of 3,000, that's the maximum. That's all missions done. That can be tough. But now this has come out in English, I can expect then that the JP side of things will probably know way more what they're doing, especially if they never had a translation. So for the first, I presume this was JP's first one. It was on the Dragon Ball Story event, the one that reset the entire game when it had that big overhaul. So I think it's like stage 4 or something where you're against Vegeta. So you get 400 points for using full power, and you get 300 points for using Earthlings. You won't really get that, so you might want to stick with full power. So again, you get a more bonus points depending on the typing, so you get more from monotype. Interesting how it's STR, physical, and tech, and of course you get very little for only using this. This can be a funny one. So depending on your luck, depending on how it goes with rotations, you could get some of these in as well. So team cost of 350 or lower. So basically LRs will take it out of the question because they are 99. And remember, you got a team of 6. So unless you're running Cybermen, and then sure. Right, this is where it gets real interesting because this will be the lion's share. So, so you could probably do this. Immune to super attack seals. That's probably an easy one. Immune to, I mean, basically anyone who's ever done red zone, this right. Immune to attack and defensive buff, right? No stun, no seal. Same as battlefield. So you could probably pick up 480 right there. Damage reduction by 50% if the enemy attacks are coming from tech or extreme tech. And that's not so bad because if you put it on and you're using STR and physical, right, you could easily have that. This one would be a problem, right? Again, this one is super and STR, but if you use physical, it's probably not so bad, right? Raises, this one's probably absolutely ludicrous, right? 500% attack and 400% defense. All right, that's probably not so bad because the actual enemy itself can be taken down with one normal. So doing this will probably just mean that they basically just go up a couple of health bars, right? I mean, it's 400% defense and 500% attack off what they have. And as I say, you can take him down in one hit, one normal hit, right? This is probably just no go. I don't even know why this is on here. Imagine slapping. By the way, each and every single one of these is a thing that you can add on. If you get all of these, it'll probably just count for 90%. You do not want any of this, so you'll lose a few points, but you probably don't. Raise enemies' attack by 200%. So these stack. So basically, that's 1,000%, right? So I presume then this challenge in the brackets, this parentheses, then will probably respond to missions, right? So if you had this, then yes, 1,000%. Probably don't have that on top of this because that's 1,500. You have individual. So again, 200%. And by the way, these can stack to 1,000. And same as the defense, right? Starts at 200. You can stack them up to 1,000 defense. Yeah, so this will be missions, right? Parentheses and missions. So huge amount there. So you get to 1000% HP. That's not so bad because again, it's based off the unit. And don't forget, crits will probably cut through this. This will probably be a problem. Imagine raising all that health again. Crits and what it's based off initially, this probably isn't as hard as you would imagine. I would presume the only real issue would be if you had damage reduction of 80-90% and then you had damage reduction from certain types of characters and you use certain types of characters. So full power STR is plausible. So you could have, for example, this one on here, and you get a free 50 points on this. So what else we got? Right, damage dealt to the enemy will become 0 if 1,000,000 or less is dealt. 100,000, sorry, beg my pardon. So unless you do 100,000 or more, remember, you start slapping on damage reduction and high defense, that's probably not going to work. So find a nice balance. And then, of course, this one for 50,000. So this is, it's unlimited runs. And it's only on one event and it lasts a month, right? This one could be a nice easy one, but it's a bit of a pain, right? That could be interesting. You could probably go for, you could probably go no more than this, right? Could be problematic. Support memory is probably an easy 80. So the idea about this is, for what I can gather, people have been saying it's basically the punching event, right? Where you slap on as much as you can and you get the right rotation and you get the right setup that you need. Some people have even ran Cybermen just because of the team restriction cost. But you know, you get the right setup, you get the right unit. You know, and then they also need like a double super, double crit, or triple super, triple crit. Right, it's the only way you can do it. So it can be a bit of a pain, but it costs no stamina for the challenge. It's slapped onto the Z hard at the end, so that's what it is. As opposed to stamina usage would be relevant to the stage, but you complete the, but as I say, unlimited tries. But the thing is, you'd only win, as it says, you'd only get music collection, which you can use. You get X amount of points, and it will unlock the music, the game tracks, basically. So you can listen to the game tracks if you like them. I'd imagine they're aware that there's some really good ones out there, right? So I'd imagine then that you can just go in and you can just have it playing in the background over everything. So I suppose it's nice to look at, right? Again, there's no stones in the way of this. There might be a couple of titles, but there's no stones in the way of this, so it doesn't, you don't have to do this. It's just a thing to do, and it's a whole month, right? So you get plenty of time to try and find a working pattern for you, right? I don't know if this actually tells me the rewards. It doesn't, but no, yeah. So a lot of this can be easy, but I don't know if you can get I don't know if a lot of players can get 3,000. As I say, with damage reduction, team cost, raising the enemy's attack, damage reduction, locking people in place can be a real pain. I'd imagine people won't choose that if they can. Yeah, so as I say, don't worry too much if you can't do it. It's like Patan Battle. The only real thing you get out of it is you get orbs. Occasionally you get a stone just for defeating X amount of people, but outside of that, it's just for potential orbs, which are, you can get plenty of them from the daily missions. So don't worry too much if no one can do this. As I say, it's a different type of a punching bag. Alright then, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you liked it, and if you didn't, sucks to be you, but okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.